بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. حميم. تنزيل من الرحمن الرحيم. كتاب فصلت آياته قرآنا عربيا لقوم يعلمون. بشيرا ونذيرا فأعرض أكثرهم فهم لا يسمعون. وقالوا قلوبنا في آكنة مما تدعونا إليه وفي آذاننا وقر من بيننا ومن بيننا وبينك حجاب فاعمل إننا عاملون. قل إنما أنا بشر مثلكم يوحى إلي أنما إلهكم إله واحد فاستقيموا إليه واستغفروه وويل للمشركين. الذين لا يؤتون الزكاة وهم بالآخرة هم كافرون. إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لهم أجر غير ممنون. إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لهم أجر غير ممنون. صدق الله المولانا العظيم. السلام عليكم.
for your health and the health of your family, please recite the salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين بعدد ما أحاط به علمك وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا وحبيب قلوبنا وطبيب نفوسنا وشفيع ذنوبنا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد صلوات الله وسلامه عليه وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما بقية الله في العالمين روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداه رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Tonight, inshallah, we're going to have a very short discussion, but with one condition, and that is to have this in your mind, that tonight's topic is going to be more of a friendly topic, and it's more directing to myself and then you, my friends, because all of you, alhamdulillah, are my friends. Imagine you are dead and you're asked to write a letter to yourself, and in that letter you're going to state things, write things that you wanted to do in this life, and that was your priority or your priorities. What things you had to do in this life that you wanted to put in that letter. And as you're writing this letter, you're considering that you're a believer, you're a servant of God, you believe and you're certain about who created you, and that you're not a creation who doesn't have any purpose, right? As believers in Quran says, رَبَّنَا مَا خَلَقْتُ هَذَا بَاطِلًا. O our Lord, you have not created us without purpose. We have purpose, right? Each one of us will have potentials to reach the highest level of a human being, right? Each one of us has a potential to apply all these verses of Quran, no matter what is our occupation or job, right? What is our age? No. Because this Quran is for you, this Quran is for me. And if you cannot do something that Allah has asked you, not possible, right? Allah asks you things that you're able to apply. La yukallifullah nafsan illa wus'aha, right? You consider all these things. So this is a good reflection. This is a good reflection as a believers, as a servants of God. We write these, and you see that what kind of things you will write. We have Brother Shahabi has experience on washing the body, and that's a very, very good things to do. Very important. Sometimes we go just to cemetery to attend to the funerals. Don't think that I'm going to get sad. No, think of it this way, that death is the most real thing in my life. It's so real that even atheists, that they can deny their creator and the creator of all creation, they can deny that, but they never can deny death. It's so real. Even though it didn't happen, right? So those sort of mindset atheists, one of the things that they deny things and they bring you argument, one of their argument is that we didn't see it. Show me God. Show me your spirit. If you don't show me anything, I'm not going to believe in it, right? But death didn't happen, but they still believe it, right? They cannot deny that. And they're wrestling with death. One of the things that they're wrestling everyone, but especially those people that they lose their faith, is death. What is death after all? But for believers, death is a life, actually. For believers, death actually is the beginning of life. This world is like just a temporarily, I know these are look like cliche, but it's real, right? Even though you have heard this over and over again on members, but that's the most real, in truth, thing that you can find in this life. That this life is going to be so short that when you have another life in the hereafter, you wake up the first day of your hereafter barzakh. Wow, that was so short. It was just like between two sleeps. You know, sometimes in the middle of the night, you go sleep, and then you wake up, you go back to sleep. So short. You don't even drink water. But this life, because one of the nature of this life is that delusion, we think that it's so long. We think it's so long. So that letter, whatever you want to write in that letter, is going to be a reflection that in future is going to serve you as a direction, as a compass, right? And as something that you can find your priorities in this life and follow them. Why I'm saying this? Because I'm going to share one important fact based on the verse of Quran. Tonight's topic, as I said, it's going to be so short because I wanna throw out this point and keep it short, very directed to the point, just for myself to be able to remember. Because sometimes we talk too much, right? At the end of the speech, someone asks you what Maulana said, you don't remember, right? Because it's long. But tonight I'm going to try to be so brief, inshallah, as brief as possible. After believing in Allah, that He created us, after believing that the Prophet is the truth, and He's going to show me, He's going to guide me, after believing in Imams, right? What is the most important thing that we have to remember? After choosing our path. Because that choice is important. It's not that, okay, I'm Muslim, okay, what's next? No, choosing, making that decision, a tough decision, that I'm gonna follow it from now. We're in Muharram, we're in Safar, right? Dedicated to Imam Hussein. Imam Hussein lifts people up. Those people that they're drowning, Imam Hussein will take their hand. That's his job. That's his way of generosity, right? Look at look at Zuhair, all those examples. After that tough decision, we're gonna obviously fail, right? We're gonna forget, we're gonna neglect, and we're gonna, God forbid, commit sins here and there. But the most important and crucial part of a believer's life is istiqamat, resilience. If you want to achieve your goal, any goal, if you want to be successful, you don't expect that you have no problem, you have no challenges in your life, do you? Not possible. This life is full of challenges, right? What successful people do? Whenever they fail, they get up. They try another way. Or they insist. They work, and then achieve. Right? Why we don't do it in our path towards salvation, toward proximity, seeking proximity to Allah? At some point, Amirul Mu'mineen said to his army, he said that, look at Muawiyah's army. How insisting they are. Look at them, how resilient they are. They don't give up. Look at them. Look at how much they're insisting to follow this world and gain as much as they want and they can. Do it for your hereafter the same way. Imam Ali. Very interesting, right? I haven't thought about that before seeing this narration. We should look at those people that they just look for the treasure and the wealth of this world and see how much they are insisting. They don't give up. These multi-wealthy billionaire, look at them like I don't know, Jeff Bezos, or people like him. He has a lot of money, right? It doesn't make sense even that he works for more zeros in his bank account. Doesn't make sense anymore, right? Because he has it all. But you ask him that, would you give up? Is it enough? Oh, it's not enough. Not at all. I want more. Right? Imagine if you and I work the same way, with the same mindset toward our perfection, how close we could be. And trust me, when we talk about proximity and seeking proximity to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, doesn't mean that you're going to leave this world. No. We're going to get to that. If we choose that, we're going to have a beautiful, peaceful life. This life and the hereafter. Look at this verse of Quran. In Surah Fussilat, I think Brother Hamid recited this, if I'm not mistaken. Surah Fussilat, ayah number 30. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. إن الذين قالوا ربنا الله. Indeed, those people that they said, our Lord is Allah, ثم استقاموا. And then they show resilience. What happened? تتنزل عليهم الملائكة. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would send down His angels for what? ألا تخافوا ولا تحزنوا. That you have no fear, don't fear. Don't get scared. ولا تحزنوا. Don't be depressed. وأبشروا بالجنة التي كنتم توعدون. And they will give glad tidings of Jannah to those people that they show resilience in this path. كنتم توعدون. Whatever we have promised you, it's not something I'm going to give you now. It's not something that it is new. No, I already promised you. What is it? ألا تخافوا ولا تحزنوا. No fear, no depression. Another verse of Quran in Surah Fath, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that for believers, I will send down my sakina to their heart. What is sakina? Sakina is the highest level of tranquility. There is no word, at least I couldn't find, in English to translate that. One word. I can say that sakina is the highest level of comfort, of peace and tranquility. That's sakina. Allah said, I will put it in the heart of believers. That even in the most difficult time of their life, they can find peace. But if I follow the world, even if the world is with me, there's no peace. Right? نحن أولياؤكم في الحياة الدنيا وفي الآخرة. And then angels would tell the believers in the hereafter that we were your friend في الحياة الدنيا, in the world of this world. Dunya, the life of this world, and the hereafter. Many times we think that the way of communication of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or His angels is only in the hereafter. So in this ayah He's saying, no, we were your friend. You couldn't see us, but we were friend with believers. Resilient. Another verse of Quran which sort of give us a clear and better picture in this ayah is this. Very beautiful. وَأَن لَوْ اسْتَقَامُوا عَلَى الطَّرِيقَةِ. If you are resilient on this path, على الطريقة, لَأَسْقَيْنَاهُمْ مَاءً غَدَقًا. We will provide you with a pure, clean, cool water. Ma means water, right? غَدَقًا means that, sometimes it's so hot, you're working outside, you get inside and you drink your water. And as soon as you're drinking this water, you feel it in your body, right? You feel refreshed. That feeling, that emotion, whatever it is. Quran is saying that if you show resilience on this path, we will give you that water. What is that water? That water is the essence of life. Hayatan tayyibah. A beautiful, pure life that you cannot find anywhere else. It's simple. Assalamu alaikum. It's simple, very simple. The path is clear, straightforward, right? We all know that. That is Allah, I believe in Him. He has messengers, I believe in Him. If I have doubt, I have to fix it. I have to go study it. There's nothing wrong with having questions. In any topic that you have, go find it. Read books, listen to lectures, ask scholars, find out. And if you do that, that is a worship. That is the best type of worship, is to study. Right? But I know and I'm certain about these beliefs that I have. But I need that resilience, that istiqamah on this path. Because I'm going to fail. I'm going to forget. The most basic thing we forget. We're so forgetful, we neglect, we don't pay attention. If I ask you how many buttons you have in your shirt, most of us, we don't. How many times you wear that shirt? Every day. But you don't know. You see that we don't even pay attention on the very basic thing that we do every day, actions that we commit. We don't pay attention. It's part of us. It's part of this world. It's a delusional space. But it can be a divine place. Don't get me wrong, because sometimes we talk about dunya this way, and some people, they think, okay, Maulana is on Mimbar, he's saying that leave this world. No, not at all. This world trained someone like Malik Ashtar. This world trained someone like Hur, like Zuhair, like Habib, right? The life and the lessons of this life made such people, such amazing characters that awliyaullah, the most closest people before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, wish to have them as a company. Right? So we don't say that leave this world. No, we say that use this world, use these life events in your life to lift yourself up. And lastly, we talk about the belief and resilience. Another thing, very tricky point here. Shaitan doesn't come to you and ask you leave this faith. Your nafs, shaitan doesn't come to you and saying, forget about the imams, start worshipping this idol. He doesn't give you that offer. What he does instead, based on Quran, وَزُيِّنَ لَهُمُ الشَّيْطَانُ أَعْمَالَهُم. He will beautify your actions. He will help you to find justification for your action. the minimum of religion. That's a way of trap of shaitan. It's okay, you know. I'm not gonna be that extreme. It's enough for me. But you know what does that mean? That means that if you can make $1 billion and I come to you, it's okay, you know, $10,000 is enough for you. Would you accept it? No. Because you're sure that if you work, you're gonna make way more than that, right? Shaitan knows that you and I can reach. Because if we couldn't, Allah wouldn't ask us. Allah doesn't ask things that I cannot do it. Allah didn't reveal this Quran only to Prophet or certain people. Allah revealed it to us, right? So what He does, He says that it's okay, you know, beautify our action. That's enough. It's very telling. It's very clear, the ayah of Quran. وَزُيِّنَ لَهُمُ الشَّيْطَانُ أَعْمَلُهُم. He does this. And as much as you increase your knowledge, his trick will be trickier. If I become Ayatollah, Shaitan and my nafs becomes Ayatollah. It doesn't mean that he's going to go away, but he's going to come with different form. The way he comes to you is different than the way he comes to another person. Right? He comes to people that you have lots of sin. It's not possible for you to reach the level of the companion of Imam. Never. Don't think even. How you're thinking about yourself? Are you serious? So these are all shaitan. Forgetting that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can forgive with an instance of an eye, right? Just quickly. يَغْفِرُ الذُّنُوبَ جَمِيعًا. He can forgive all of them. All of them. And then He will replace good deeds with bad deeds. That means that not only He will forgive you, but He will increase your righteous deeds. That's the way Allah's world works, not shaitan's work. Shaitan يَعِدُكُمُ الْفَقْرَ وَيَأْمُرُكُمْ بِالْفَحْشَاءِ. He will invite you to do wrongdoing and give you this sort of assumption, negative assumption of faqr and poverty. But instead, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would invite you and give you this glad tiding of fadl and grace and forgiveness. That's the difference. We should always remember. Whenever there's a voice that is inviting us and pushing us toward negativity, that's shaitan. Allah always say, no. Al-khayru fima waqa. The Prophet used to say, goodness is at what things that happening. Whatever it is happening, it's good. It depends on me how I take it. Right? So inshallah we can remember these are very important on these nights and day because we are in the month of Safar, close to Arba'in, dedicated to the Master, Imam al-Hussein alayhi salatu wassalam. And he's the Ark of Salvation. Right? What Ark of Salvation does? Save those people that are drowning. Drowning. If you enter to the Ark of Salvation, inshallah we can all be among those who are successful and resilient on the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sallallahu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله السلام عليك يا مظلوم السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين. There was only one fighter whose fight began from the morning of Ashura. Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam's wound and injuries started from the beginning of Ashura. Each one of these bodies that Imam took them in the tent, Imam had to fight with the enemy. Nafi' saying that I saw Hussein lonely by himself fighting against the army of Yazid on the eve of Ashura. His body is injured, his body is full of blood, he's fighting. Nafi' said, I have never seen such a man in this state, this much courage, this much bravery. Ya Abu Abdullah. Sheikh Ja'far al-Shushtari narrated, there are 4 parts of the body of Hussein that stopped working before he passed away. The first part of his body was his eyes. Imam al-Sadiq narrates that my grandfather Hussein's eyes in the day of Ashura could only see the sky, the smoke. The second part of the body of Abu Abdullah was his lips. Hamid ibn Muslim narrates that Imam al-Hussein's lips were like 2 dry sticks. The third part of the body of Abu Abdullah was his tongue. When Ali al-Akbar returned to the tent, he asked water from his father Abu Abdullah. Abu Abdullah didn't have any water. He asked his young son Ali al-Akbar, you take out your tongue, I take out my tongue. You see how your father is thirsty. The last part of Abu Abdullah was his liver. Nafi' ibn Hilal said that I was passing by, that I saw Abu Abdullah is lying on the ground saying things, whispering. I got close to Abu Abdullah. I heard Abu Abdullah is complaining to his Lord before his Lord about the nation. And he calls, oh my liver, oh thirst. Nafi' said, I decided to bring water for Abu Abdullah. I went to Furat. I took some water. When I got back to Hussein, I saw Shem lifting his dress coming out. Oh Nafi, where are you going? What you're doing here? Nafi said that the son of Zahra asked for water. I gave the water. I'm giving water to Abu Abdullah. Shem La'natullah said he doesn't need your water. Last thing, these nights are dedicated to the 3-year-old daughter of Abu Abdullah, Ruqayya. She passed away at Sham. When they brought the head of Abu Abdullah, the first question she had, Mother Ras, whose this head is? هذا رأس أبيك. This head is that of your father. They said the mood of Ruqayya changed. She hugged the head of her father. She started cleaning that of her father. Who had your lips, oh my father? Who caught the vine of your neck, oh my dear father? من الذي أيتمني على صغر سني? Who made me orphan, oh my father? ألا لعنة الله على القوم الظالمين وسيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون. صلى الله على محمد.